Never mind a trumpet. You can't be fed up with a trumpet. I've got to get things ready, you know. It's not magic. I know it looks like magic, but it's not. By the way, those of you that were asking, there we are. Present and correct, all ready to go. How's everyone doing for a Monday? Yeah, we're going to do Train Sim Classic. I think Mike B was saying what happened last time we were on the South Wales. We were on the original South Wales, I remember, and it was the Class 56 coal train. You remember we had a bit of an incident with a 158 at Cardiff Central, I think it was, and we know how that ended up. So this is the ATS South Wales Mainline Modern, which I've just picked up pretty recently, having, you know, suddenly got all the requirements for it. And all the services you see in here, I think, are all standard ones that comes with it. One of them is one for the 800 that Adam has done. So we're going to kick off with that. I've got a green tick next to it because I went on it last night just to get the thumbnail and enjoyed it so much I carried on to the end. But I don't mind running it again. It's 90 minutes. It's a good run. That takes us from Swansea down to Bristol Parkway. And I've got Bristol Parkway on behind me, by the way. We're going to do that first. Then we're going to hop over to another new route that I've got from ATS, which is the Kings Lynn, King's Cross route. And we're going to go from Peterborough down to King's Cross in the Class 92 Sleeper, which I understand is a bit of an unusual working, but we'll read the gubbins once we get to that. That's another one that's Adam's as well, so we're going to do that one. I haven't run that one, so I'm just going to go off Adam's usual sterling work to assume that it'll work all as it should do. So let's have a see who we can get in. I'll just see who I can see in this list from the top. So we've got William, Pete 888, GE Dave, Pete Edmonds is in, Mike B, of course, Great Western Photography, Elliot is here, Railroader Limited, he's having tea, nice, keep drinking the tea, teach all the Americans what they should know. David Drives, he's been having chili, I already know what he's been having, he's been eating chili. FPS Gamer, Teesside Train Watcher is here for his push-ups. Josh is in. Pete Wright is in. Anyone else? If not, we'll crack on and we'll get started. Thanks everybody for coming in. I can see we've got 38 in. Master Rail Driver, how you doing? Animal's there. He's lurking. Right, so we're going to kick off with this. So this afternoon, you'll be driving a fast Great Western Railway service between Swansea and Bristol Parkway. Your traction is Class 800/3 from the year 2019. So that's what we're doing. Oh, Wesley's there. How you doing, Wesley? Carter's there. Is the Class 43 farewell pack a free add-on? You didn't watch my video, did you, Carter? You didn't watch it. No, it's not free. It's not free. You have to pay for it. So it's coming out Thursday. I'm going to try and go live with it on Wednesday night if I can. So if you've got time to show up on Wednesday night, we might be able to do it. I'll do something pre-recorded. I have already been playing it, as you know, you've come to know by now. So I can't show it though until Wednesday. So I'll do something pre-recorded and then we'll do it live on Wednesday night, hopefully, if all goes well. Josh, you'll be, will I be picking it up? Yeah, I've already got it. Mike, you nearly did a sleeper service. Carlisle Preston this aft. Saving it until June. You do mine the same month we are in. You're actually going on the sleeper, do you mean? April 14th, 1912. That's Titanic, that. Yes, it's taking a bit to load in because it's a big one. What else? Animal's waiting for someone to order him a kebab. Ratty's not. I don't think Ratty's here yet. Ratty usually sorts the kebabs out. Kebabs or chippy. Yeah, but I hope everyone's well. It's Monday madness. Anything could go wrong and usually will. But we'll see how we get on. This is a quiet train. Oh, I've not got the JT Class 60 yet. I'm wondering about getting that because the sale's on. That's the only thing I think I've got missing. So you might see some little wheels come riding past us with no carriages on, and that is because I'm missing the the 60 from JT. So, right, here we go. We got the usual fly-in that Adam always does. Turn my headphones up. This is Swansea, platform 2. So, afternoon and welcome aboard the 1229 Great Western Railway service to London Paddington. You'll be driving this Class 800 IET from here at Swansea to Bristol Parkway, where another driver will take over. Please board the passengers, set up your train, and press F1 for this afternoon's calling points. So I am going to do that. But what I'm going to do first is do the guide-operated doors first off. And we'll hopefully get everything set up as it should be. Cancel all that. Do the lights. And then we can get the doors open. Oh, that's the wrong side. Fool. We don't want people getting on that side. We want people getting on this side. I hope the guide closes those doors. That's not good, is it? Alright, let me see if I can do that from in the cab. Train door control. Is it going to let me do it? It won't let me do it now, will it? Because I've put it on guide mode. Right, we'll just ignore that for now until the guide closes the doors. The other thing we need to do is that. We need to go 20 out of here. Red pen time, yeah. That's why you shouldn't have the driver opening the doors. Oh, you mean driving it on TSW? You do it in the same month. Wait until June's call out will be nearly. Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, 3 a.m. Yeah, that's the problem with the sleepers normally, isn't it? Quite dark. I meant to also, just realised. Is set these up if I can find them. F7. I want to set that to Paddington. Come on, we're due out. There we are. Right. Doors are all closed. Right, we're all good. Don't worry about it. Let's just bell him back. Then he knows we've sorted our foolishness out. And DRA, of course. GE Dave shouted at me. And the speed set will take us up to 20 as we come out of Swansea. So we are going Neath, Port Talbot Parkway, Bridgend, Cardiff Central, Newport, and then finally Bristol Parkway. That's where we're going. That's a decent run. Enjoy. I'm going to turn up the train sound to full whack because it's so low. Just let me know if it's too noisy. And I'll sort it out. Too busy writing the form out. Oh, God. Good variety of AI as well on this. It's one of Adam's, of course. It's got a few things in it. The Lumo services, Wesley mentions the Lumo. I think in summer I'm going to try and catch one of those down when I go down to Dovetail. If I'm going to Dovetail this time, nothing's been said yet. If I do, I'll catch one down to Euston, I think. For a change, rather than Avanti. See what it's all about. Right, we can go up to 40. We've got 7.3 miles to Neath. Class 92s don't run to King's Cross. Correct. We'll read all about that when we get into it. There is an excuse for it in the description. So once we get onto that service, we'll go through it. Last time you did an overnight sleeper service was Murder on Your Eyes. It is a bit dark. Don't do one in December because it's really bad. November or December. Can I give you a tour of Dovetail Games HQ? They don't let us do any filming when we're in there, sadly, for obvious reasons. I usually do a little bit outside each time that I go, but inside is a no-no, I'm afraid. Right, we're settling into the 40. We're going up to 70 quite soon. Tickets, please, and passes for inspection. Indeed. Plums, how you doing? Next time you go and watch P&E in London, you're going to catch the Lumo. Yeah, I just fancy seeing what it's all about. Something a bit different, isn't it? Right, soon up to 70. Previous stream of the HST, yeah, tomorrow night. Tomorrow night. I think it's Harry with Liam. I think it's Liam that's made the pack. He also did the Great Western... the Great Western Express remastered, didn't he, as well? Oh yeah, the neutral sections and the... well, when you're going over Shap in TSW, you do get the reflective signs as well. So as long as you're looking at it, you'll see, even if you don't know where they are, you'll see the signs reflect on the headlights. Fortunately, or else you'd be a bit stuck. But, you know, it's like when you're doing that sleeper at night like that, and it's pitch black, and you're straining your eyes, by the time you do see one of the signs, you've missed it. Yeah, good weekend, Plums, thanks. Yeah, not bad, not bad. Let's put 100% throttle in. I haven't put the vigilance on, so I'll do that now. Of the horn. That's it, your eardrums off. When will I stream the Voyager Enhancement Pack on TS Classic? I've done a video on that. I've not streamed it yet, though. Not thought about it yet. Hopefully a lot cheaper than Avanti. Yeah, I'm not sure. They'll want to win some of the business off them, won't they? So I don't know what the price... Do you know what the pricing's like yet? Have they not announced it? I missed what you said, T-side. I didn't see what you said. Right, 3.6. Those bridges are low, aren't they? Yeah, so this is the mainline modern, but we have to run diesel the whole way in this service. This one, of course, will run with the pantograph, but obviously not in this section. It's not all completed, so we're diesel the whole way. You went to the North Yorkshire Moors and the ejectors broke your eardrums. Nice. GW, you got TSC, sadly don't have a lot of add-ons. welcome to the massive slog. Oh my god. The ones that are playing it in the chat will tell you. And of course the speed set doesn't control our braking, doesn't hold you if you're downhill, so I have to watch that. You might empty your wallet a few times, GW, I think. Unfortunately. There's a lot of free stuff, though. There is a lot of free stuff, but sometimes the requirements are a bit eye-watering. Right, 1.6 miles. Let's start bringing the speed down for this 40. Platform 2 at Neath is coming up right after it. $802 horn needs fixing. Does it not sound like a real one? Riviera in the 50s and West Somerset, yeah, they're quite good. Once you get to the sales, the Steam sales, which are like, there seems to be like 50 Steam sales a year, you'll get a lot of it in the sales. I personally wouldn't buy any of it full price unless you're desperate. There's that many sales. Depends if you can wait. And then, of course, if you want the AP stuff on top of that, then I would say again, wait for the sales. You know I have. I've always waited for a sale. Apart from the most recent stuff, because now I've caught up. I'm buying things as they come out. But I was chasing it for a long time. There's so much on there. But I assume you would get the HSTs. Those would be one of the first things that you personally would get. Right, Neath is just around the corner, literally. He was at the Hitachi depot in Stoke Gifford in Bristol today. Nice. You've seen a few of these then. There's obviously a few scenarios on here with an HST as well. We're talking about HSTs. But being as we've run a few HSTs in previous streams, and we got the HST farewell pack, I thought we'd have a break from HSTs tonight. But yeah, we'll be back on Wednesday in TSW with the HSTs, I think. Right, let's do the correct doors this time. T and U. And this is Neath. Castle Ned in Welsh, if I've said that correctly. Some of these are easier to pronounce than others. That one's not too bad. Hello, Snoko, how are you doing? So after Neath, we're off to Port Talbot. 5.5 miles. Put that down to 40. Off we go. Shift the mouse out of the way. Neath is rugby-loving territory. Most of Wales is, actually, isn't it? Dave Randall, good evening. Nice to see you again. How are you? You've just booked your first trip on a 395 for next month. Nice. Nice. Up to 70. Does it say anything about our max speed today? Max speed is 125. I can't remember if we get up to 125 anywhere. Oh, I've not done the GSMR. Is there a GSMR in here? Don't think there is there? Not a working one. Right, okay, so we can't do that. That's a shame, isn't it? But this is just an enhancement pack. This is not a full 800s pack, this one. Port Talbot Parkway, Platform 2. Mr. Glenn, how are you? Good evening to you. Norco, you've been on the Amtrak's. It's stuck in Canada behind a freight train. No doubt a big, long freight train. You hate rugby, you're forced to play it at Ormskirk Grammar School. Ball isn't a ball. I don't like rugby. I don't like rugby. For the main reasons as well, as you just said. Because I was always quite small, so I used to get flattened. So when you get flattened, it's not much fun. I much prefer football. I was the guy that used to throw in the air when the I don't know what it's called because I don't like rugby. Whatever the throw in is called from the side. When you all line up, and they used to throw me up in the air to get it because I was the smallest, but they didn't catch me on the way back down. So I can't even tell you if that's rugby league or rugby union. I think it's union, is it? I'm not sure. Unfortunately, we had one of those PE teachers that walked around the school in rugby gear every single day. Rugby was his game, so we all had to play it. But yeah, I've never been a massive fan of it. There's nothing wrong with it. I've just never been a fan. A mate of mine is a director at Warrington Wolves as well, and I went with him one night for the full, 5-course meal. The works. I enjoyed the meal. I went to sit and watch the rugby. I didn't know what the hell was going on. He was trying to explain it as I was going. But yeah. Apart from that, the lineup. Is it as simple as that? The lineup. Oh god. Terry, good evening. How are you? There's a 66. I don't know if it was meant to be pulling anything on the back though, whether that was light loco, but there could easily be something missing at the back. I didn't see anything trailing it. Right, shall we think about stopping at Port Talbot? Probably don't need to do it so severely. Let's just put it in -20. Josh, good evening, how you doing? Still on time for now. Alright, this is Port Talbot. Thought I see the Welsh Mountains coming up now. On the left as well. Bit quiet at Port Talbot. Not many people about. No takers for this one, I think. Parkford, Port Talbot. I'm probably butchering all these. You think a P42 is louder than a Deltic? I don't know, Deltics are pretty loud. Bridgend is next for us. 12 miles. God, that's loud, that. If you weren't awake, you soon would be. You like the way the station's still in Arriva Wales colours. The signs are TFW branded. Yeah. So this is the Mainline modern. So I don't actually think I've played the other South Wales one since that time we were in the 56. But this is a great route. So's the original South Wales. All the Welsh ones are good. Wesley was talking about the Voyager before. I did run the new Voyager along the North Wales coast over weekend in the Virgin livery. It was like a 2-hour scenario that I did. That was pretty good. In the new AP enhancement pack. That's a scenario that's available on Train Sim Community as well. It's a good one. You have to get the Virgin Trains livery. I think, Dave, you pinged that out. GE Dave, that is. So I got that when you pinged it on the Discord. Go back in before we get the usual alarm. Is it a summer Saturday? Yeah, you'd think so. There's not many people knocking about. We're going to go up to 90. The heady speed of 90, if we can get that speed on the diesel engines. We'll try it. Acceleration's not bad. Have a look at the steelworks. Was that the steelworks then? Is this it? Is this the steelworks? At the back? Maybe all this. I think it was just up here, if I remember rightly, over on the right hand side where we set off with that Class 56. That Saturday when we ran it. Some sidings coming up on the right hand side. I'm almost sure it was there. Which TSC UK add-ons? So from Steam as a beginner, you know what I'm going to say. West Coast Mainline over Shap. So I got West Coast Mainline over Shap, West Coast Mainline North. I think were the first two that I got. And you're from the other end of the country, so there's a few in your neck of the woods as well. So it depends what you want to run, really. If you get the if you want to splash out in the Just Train excuse me, the Just Train sale, you can get the complete Midland Mainline for 30 odd quid. But I don't know what the requirements are for it. You might have to check the requirements first, but that's usually 60 odd quid. So that's Midland Mainline with all its extensions. That's available. I got the Western Mainlines collection for 30 odd quid, I think, in this sale as well. The quality's not as good, but as GE Dave said, you get the Barks and Hants, which is like an upgrade for it, and it's way better. But you've definitely to sort of target what you're into and do it that way, or else you just buy everything and you'll have no money left. Yeah, that's the thing, Dave. Yeah, the whole Penzance to Paddington, you'll get that for 30 odd quid at the moment. The before signal chime, the AWS, you mean? Which, yes, is a safety system. Well, AWS, Dave will explain better, but AWS will tell you what signal is coming up. I think, is it 250 yards before the signal? And it'll tell you whether it'll ding if it's green, or it'll sound an alarm if it's yellow. Any of the yellows. That's the driver's safety device, which goes off every so often just to keep you awake. That's the AWS, that one. Oh yeah, you mentioned that Penzance to Exeter mod. I haven't found that yet on TS Classic. Not TS Classic, TS Community. You did say it was available on TS Community. I had a very quick look but didn't find it. I need to go back and find it. The other things I need to do in TSW for the PC is get the updated OTS Winter 2019 timetable for West Coast Mainline South. I need to upgrade that to version 2. And I need to get the West Coast Mainline over Shap as well. That's been upgraded, hasn't it, as well? And I've not got that yet. Four miles from Bridgend. So far you got West Somerset Railway, Riviera, and the JT South Devon Expressway all on Steam. Oh god, there's loads. There's loads. Some of the routes as well you might find on key sites, such as Penguin, for example. They have TS Classic add-ons. a bit cheaper, and all they do is you buy the Steam key like you would from Steam, or they must get them in bulk or something. Even if you look on eBay, sometimes people sell keys on eBay, but that tends to be more the locals, actual stock, rather than routes. But you might find a few. I did get a couple via eBay, and they're dirt cheap, and they deliver them to you straight away as well, via your email or your eBay messages. And they're just Steam keys. That's all they are. So I thought at first, is it going to be legit if you get them from these sites? But they work. They work all right. Got a few things like that. It's like penguin, but it's kingwin. Just have a look. Kingwin. I'm sure it's kingwin. Kingguin. Kingwin. Something like that. Right, we've got Bridgend coming up, so we'll start thinking about stopping. Do you keep an awake overshap on the sleeper? Certainly do. Pete, been shopping in the spring TSW sale, bought the DB111 for £2.49. There you go, you see, that's a bargain. That's what I mean. Everything eventually comes out on sale. You just, you know, that BR 111's been out for ages. But if you can wait, you can get some good things in the sale. I'm just looking where that red signal is. I presume there's a bit of track to my left. I thought that was our signal at first, but it's not. That's ours. I once did a job in Bridgend. That was a long time ago. I installed a big computer system for Welsh Water in Bridgend. When I used to do techie stuff, that was a long time back. We've got a couple of people waiting for us here. Quite a nice, well-kept station. There's plenty of flowers. He's talking to himself. Don't know what he's doing. Waving his hands everywhere. Maybe he wants to make sure I stop. Maybe that's what it was. Right. T and U. Five Circle is a decent route. It is. Yeah, Five Circle is good. Good evening, Adam. How you doing? South London Network, London to Brighton, Liverpool to Manchester via Warrington, Chatmoss. Yes, yes. There's so many, isn't there? That's what I like about going into TS Classic, is that it's like over weekend. I was trying to decide what we would drive tonight, and I first looked elsewhere and I thought, let's go into Wales. So I went around the various bits of Wales we've got, and I decided on this. But once you've got the choice there, it's pretty good. That is really loud. That needs resetting to 60. Opposite way, this way. Cardiff Central, bit more of a hop this time, 20 miles for this one. You got some Virgin rolling stock for TSC via a key one. Yeah, you can get them. You can get them. I've noticed on the key sites a lot of the same things come back up again. But there's a few different things. It all helps when you're trying to build up your collection because it costs that much money. It's eye-watering, so you might as well get savings wherever you can, really. Henley's Gaming and Train Videos, how you doing? Nice to see you. James, good evening. Have I got the ATS bitten lines? You need some things first. I haven't got it yet, no, I haven't, but I'm thinking of getting it. And newsflash, I'm thinking of getting the flirts in the bundle for 50 quid, which of course will go on the bitten line as well. I watched, I think Friday and Saturday night, I watched, this is how life's getting, I watched videos about the TSC flirts. I watched all yours again, Dave. The ones where you were going up to Felixstowe and all that. I watched them again. Oh no, Felixstowe, you're in the, I think you're in the 156, I think. But I watched them all anyway. I watched them quite late at night as well. I've been doing a bit of research. But I think I might get them. And then I'll pick up the bitten line as well. That's what I mean, it costs loads of money. 50 quid. 50 quid for two units. Although, they do seem quite detailed. I was just a bit bothered that there's not a lot of scenarios for them, but I think a few have sprung up because of the bitten line. Yeah, I told you, GW, that site, there's another one as well, and I'll have to ping it on the Discord. There's another one similar, and I can't remember the name of it, but if I look in my emails, I'll be able to tell you. And they've all got TS Classic stuff. Don't stop too long in Bridgend, you'll have no wheels. Is it that bad? It looks pretty on the station. The station looks really nice. You wait until the next Steam sale. Yeah, it's up to you. It's up to you. Windy, how you doing? You just watched the GWR Farewell Pack video. Thanks for showcasing what's coming. Yeah, and if you want to have a look at it, we'll be playing it on Wednesday as well. It comes out on Thursday. Look at the birds flying amongst the trees there. It's pretty neat touch. It comes out Thursday, but we'll be playing it Wednesday. But you'll get your first look at it tomorrow night on the Dovetail stream, if you want to have a look at it there. You were thinking about getting the flirts, but you'd rather stick with the second-gen DMU's local hold stock. Yeah, I quite like the flirts. I went on the flirt a year or so ago. I know I've mentioned this story before. I went on the 755 because I went Beccles to Lowestoft, and then back out of Lowestoft to Norwich on a day trip when I was staying down in Beccles, and I quite liked it actually. I didn't realise. I was watching the videos over the weekend, and I didn't realise you can walk through that power car in the middle. When I saw the interior, right at the back, there's a seat that's raised, and I was sat in the seat that was raised. But I didn't know you could walk down through the power car, or else I would have done it. Stupid, really. But that was the first time I'd even seen one, I think. I mean, it was a pretty comfortable ride, from what I can remember. So, you know, I'm kind of interested in sort of getting it, really. Because I like that area of the world as well, so... I've got 75 coming up, so let me adjust that whilst we're still under it. Bridgend station isn't that nice. You were there recently with the grandson. Told him not to touch anything. Was there anything, by what you've said, was there anything there still left to touch? Or had it been swiped? The Indian restaurant at Alton Broad North Station burnt down last week. Wow. Yeah, the video I watched, you went to Felixstowe and you said you were getting off the train, going down getting an ice cream, then coming back to drive the other way. So yeah, I've not been to Felixstowe actually. I mean, I've obviously been down that neck of the woods plenty of times, but I've never been to Felixstowe. Thanks everybody for coming in. I can see we've got 35 in at the minute, which is great. Let's just slow down as we go downhill. Jeff Marshall went through the middle of the flirts at Liverpool Street. Do you know, I've only just started watching his stuff, believe it or not. I think with the flirts, when they first came out, I decided they were that expensive. I didn't even really look at them. So that's why I'm just finding this stuff out now, really. And I do have the ATS subscription, which means I can get them, you know, for the bundle price and get a little bit cheaper than they're normally on sale. I think it was the 156, Dave. I did watch that one as well. I watched all of them. I watched the flirt ones, and then I watched the 156. You should do a few more of them videos because they're quite good because you know the route. I like the videos where you can point out what's coming up and what used to be where, and, you know, how you know when you're going to stop because of the landmarks, etc. I find them quite interesting. Not that it'll make me any of a better driver, I just like watching. I'll still forget, don't worry. Lumo scheduled to start the Euston to Stirling service from the 10th of July. Nice. Yeah, I'm hoping so. If I got a dovetail, it'll be... Normally, it's about middle of August. So Lumo should be up and running by then, so... Yeah, I hope I can try it out. It'll be a bit different. It'd be a chance to get the camera going as well, won't it? I can sort of document it as I go. There's some beautiful places close to Bridgend. It's a long time. I can't remember. It's that long since I was at Bridgend. I only went... I was there for a week. A long, long time ago. So I can't really remember. You want to do one about the principles of route learning? I think that'd be a popular one amongst everybody like me that hasn't driven a train in real life. You know, well, you know, I've driven the Pacer, but it doesn't count. I have a bit of a thrash up and down the sidings in a Pacer, but that doesn't really count. But for all those of us that play the sims like this, I think a video like that is quite immersive. You know. Especially if you do it, if you use one of the routes that we've got either in this or in TS Classic as you're going along. It'd be quite interesting to watch. So I think that would do well. 9 to go to Cardiff Central, which will be familiar if you play in TSW. Good evening, Ratty. Bet you all think I've been up the pub. Well, we're actually debating whether you're bringing the kebabs in right at the start. Have you been to the pub and the kebab shop? What route do you think DTG should make for TSW, and what train? That's difficult because all the ones I want, I think, are in at the moment. What would you say, Henleys? What would your choice be? Adam wants Stourbridge Town to Stourbridge Junction with a pump car. Is that one of them things that Laurel and Hardy used to have, where they'd literally pump it? Oh, God. How many scenarios would we get for that? You have to set off with a 37, a mile head start with a 37 behind you, and you have to keep pumping to get there before the 37 catches up. Norco would want the Amtrak Empire Builder from Seattle to Chicago. Buxton funnel route for TSC or TSW, says Railroad Unlimited. And he has been to the pub. He was trying to ask us a quick question, a trick question there. I bet you all think I've been to the pub. And he has. That will be affirmative. Yeah, retail outlets. Yeah. Makes everything look very samey, doesn't it? Vape shops, I think, are just an excuse for money laundering, aren't they? There's something going on there. Got 2 paces at East Kent Railway. Is that where? That's where AP got the sounds from, was it? That's interesting. I didn't know that. Oh, it's actually a free download on Steam. Oh, well, I'm going to have to get that then. I didn't know about that. Henley says Derby to Plymouth with XC refurbished Class 220 and XC Class 221. In TSW, you mean? That might be a bit of a stretch, that. Although Derby and Plymouth are already in TSW. Well, that, how long is that? How long is that whole route? That'd be the issue. Not sure what routes have for TSW. You would like the 57/6 and Night Riviera stock for TSW. Yeah, I think that'd be quite popular as well. Oh, the Stourbridge branch is only 0.8 miles long. That gets rid of that little game then. You used to catch it every day. Not on the pump car, I hope. You didn't have to make your own traction, did you? Few palm trees there on that left-hand side. We're not far from Cardiff now. Less than 4 miles. Yeah, sat and played this whole scenario last night, quite enjoyed it, so I thought we'd do this one. not too many stops. Get a chance for a good blast. Yeah, West Coast Mainline North definitely might be. I would agree with that one. Again, that's a long route, isn't it, as well? From Carlisle, that's quite a long route, but for TSW standards, I mean. Used to be a 153 when you're on it. A single one, just to, I presume that length of line, it would just be a single 153, would it? Just going up and down. Was there many people used to catch it? Seems a bit short of that, doesn't it? We'll start slowing up now. Now, if I'm thinking of the right scenario, there's a steam train coming up on my right hand side. You could all tell me which one it is. Adam's not allowed to say, because he knows, because he put it there. I don't even know what steam trains I've got in TS Classic, because I don't often run steam, as you know. I think it was this scenario. I'm probably telling you a lie now. I'm sure there's one over on my right hand side. $120 miles, is it, Carlisle to Glasgow? It's a good run though, that. I always enjoy going on the West Coast Mainline North because there's so many like open areas of countryside on it. You know, we've run that on channel in TS Classic quite a few times, I think, across various different bits of stock that we've got. Yeah, here it is, coming up, look. There it is. There's a guy stood on the front of it as well, look. I had a feeling it was this scenario. It's fun in a double 50. Yeah, now I've got all three parts, I'm going to run it. We could perhaps do it as a stream. I'm thinking of doing a 30,000 subscriber stream. I'm just trying to think, you know, obviously it'd be a bit of a longer one, but I'm trying to think what to do. I did originally think of doing the Paddington to Penzance marathon. But we could also do the 50s instead. From Manchester Piccadilly up to Glasgow, which is the 3 scenarios that G. Dave has done. But here we are at Cardiff. You forgot you put that there. Jubilee. Yeah, I don't know. No idea. When it comes to steam trains. Look like a Patriot. Let's hope we haven't got a 158 coming towards us as we leave this platform, like we did with the Class 56. There's our stop board. Everyone's going to Cardiff. Does anyone think the blurry textures in TSW are a bigger issue than the core features? Personally, you'd rather have the features. That's an interesting talking point. I do see those blurry textures coming up on my PS5. And it is distracting. How long are we here? Depart at 13:26. And then we've got, after that, we've got Newport and then Bristol Parkway. Snorkel wants the Amtrak Empire Builder in TSW6. I don't know when the development for TSW6 will actually stop, you know. Because there'll come a point where they're thinking about if there is a next TSW, which we always say we expect. And I don't know, so by the way, I've no idea. Some things will be billed as TSW6 and some maybe 7 or whatever the next iteration is going to be. I don't know when. I suppose on the roadmap will go from like that and may start to shrink down like that, and you'll be thinking, why is there nothing on the roadmap? And that'll be because there's another version coming out. I think Tadami Line was TSW5, was it? And that's still not out. This route, Henley's, is the South Wales Mainline Modern. Yeah, the 7 tunnel's long, isn't it? It is. It is. We're going in a minute's time, so we're all good. I should probably reset the speed down for the departure. That's why they rushed out so much content, you reckon? Yeah, I don't know. I think all the recent stuff is by lots of different developers, and I think when it was all done by Dovetail, I think they could line everything up in a certain order that they knew they could meet. But I guess when you've got lots of different developers, you could get the potential where someone says, right, mine's ready now. And then the next one knocks on the door, mine's ready as well. And one might want to be before the other, because I imagine it's a great pain in the backside if a DLC goes out and you get put in the queue for the week after and everyone's already spent the money. I think it depends what it is, doesn't it? Because if you want that DLC, you probably still get it. But I bet there is some of that, because there's been a lot of these DLCs shoved quite closely together recently, hasn't there? I know a few of you have been saying, "Oh God, the wallet," and then further this week, another announcement about the HST farewell pack. So some of you have bought a heck of a lot of stuff in the last 1 to 2 months, because I know some of you have bought pretty much all of it. And we didn't used to get this. We used to get one release when DTG were doing it. We used to get one release every 3 months back in the day. So a route had come out and you'd get used to playing it before the next thing got announced. Now it's like every other week. It's even difficult for me to try and keep up and make videos on it all, you know. It's a difficult one. Anyway, we got 11.4 miles to Newport. You like 150s, Wesley, do you? Well, we got past on the other South Wales where we went into that 158, so it's all good. We're managing to carry on. Oh yeah, yeah. There is the tax year thing as well. I forgot about that. Yeah. Yeah, get it all done before April. Or lose the budget. FPS, you've always traditionally been able to transfer everything across. Through all the TSWs, with the exception of the original, I think the original NEC route, which was in the first TSW. I think that was so old and crappy it wouldn't transfer without a rework, but of course it has been reworked now. But as for the rest of them, yeah, you usually can always transfer them across. The only problem is you've usually to re-download them again, a new version. So you don't lose anything. TSW development is expensive. Yeah, I've heard this, yeah. I've heard this. Until they move to UE5, you mean the transferring of the routes? I still think, unless it's not TSW, I still think they would have to do something to honour the old routes coming across. If they said there was a completely new sim coming out, rather than an iteration of what we've got, I don't know. I don't think that would be a wise move somehow. They'd have to bring out a completely new game, I think. But I get your point. I don't know if UE5, I don't know if it's like backwards compatible. If you've got UE5, will it run UE4 things within it, you know, routes already within it? I don't know. So that would mean that the newer routes could have more features, that the older ones will stay as they are, but they will still work, you know. I don't know. It's kind of like what's happened with announcements and things, isn't it, in the TSW6 routes? A lot of the stuff you get in the core routes now for TSW6 you don't get in the older routes until, if and when, they do something about it. But out of the box, they don't just work. It'd be a real expensive hobby otherwise. Let's not beat about the bush. It is anyway, really, isn't it? Depending on, you know, what you're interested in. Matt said UE5 won't run UE4 stuff, so it won't work. Okay, then that's That's a bit of a problem then. Wilf, good evening. No, I'm not. So, it mentions in the blurb, stay on diesel. At least I think it does. Yeah, stay in diesel mode throughout the journey. Because electrification's not complete yet. So we're still running on diesel. And there is the diesel engine whistling away. Six miles to Newport. Yeah, it would take years. That's the thing. It's such a beast now, which is why they're running into all these problems with these blurry textures and needs memory optimization, especially on consoles. A bit of a head scratcher for them, I'm sure. Saw a feature on Steam that would tell you how much you'd spent. You didn't open it? No, I'm not surprised. I don't think I would either. Which regional railways do I like? I used to work for Regional Railways Northwest. They're not a thing anymore, but I was with British Rail, and then when everything went privatised, I switched automatically to Regional Railways Northwest. Diesel's boring. We're going in the 92 next, so we'll be on full electricity in the 92. So we got a bit of diesel, bit of electric. The BNSF Scenic Sub is diesel only. Sprinter livery suits the 150 better, says Wesley. There's a neutral section there I don't have to do anything about. That's nice. Right, we have a 75 and a 60 as we start to make our way into Newport. Yeah, he's not got his pantograph up either, that one. He's on diesel. Down to 60 and then 30 just before station. At railroads, you've not opened the how much spent. No, I don't blame you. I mean, it's a nice to have, but it's not a nice to need, is it? I don't think you need to. All you need is a report that opens and says, it's bad. That's it. You don't need the actual figures confirming. You just need a judgment. That's all. But it's all relative. If you've got the enjoyment out of it, it's money well spent, isn't it? I mean, I love playing this, like offline even, but it's even better when we can come on a stream with a game this old. We can come on a stream and all enjoy it as well. Right, Newport is the other side of this tunnel. Yeah, don't think the overhead was complete between Cardiff and Newport yet. I think that's Adam will tell us because Adam did this scenario, and I think that's basically what it's saying in the read up under F1. It's not complete yet at in this time period. (2019) this scenario is set. Welcome to Newport. That'll do us. I like it, Dave, yeah. Like most hobbies, there's a difference between what it costs and what you tell the missus it costs. Yeah. Yes, exactly, yeah. Mike's kept a spreadsheet on the AP stuff purchased that's over 1k. Oh dear. Why you shouldn't keep a spreadsheet on that. Adam, when you set the scenario, the OLE was only as far as Swindon, you think? Got it. You've put as much in the description about that. Just under 22 miles to Bristol Parkway, which is our final stop. And we need to be 30 out of here, so let's just bring that down. There we go. So that, Dave, that upgrade you were talking about, Bristol to Exeter, does that get grabbed into that Barks and Hants as well, or not? Oh, it was 20 there. Didn't see it was 20. Naughty, naughty. Now we got 40. Get out of Newport. Oh, God. Your wife thinks you're sad, so you're not going to tell her how much. Yeah, but it surely keeps you out of her way, so, you know, there is a benefit to her, isn't there? I'd play on that if I was you. And empty the purse at the same time and buy some new DLCs. Barks and Hants is Masway. Yeah, no, it is from here. Yeah, I'm not talking about this route. I'm talking about Bristol to Exeter. which is part of Berks and Hants. That's what I'm talking about. So, Snowcore, tell me, are you a TSW player then? I assume you play TSW. Have you got all the US stuff as well? What time are we due in? 1400. It's not far then. Won't take us long. Yeah, it's part of so the Berks and Hants route joins up everything from Paddington down to Penzance. So including Bristol to Exeter. Like a merge, if you will. So Dave was saying that Bristol to Exeter has had an upgrade. So I was saying, will that also then apply to the overall Berks and Hants? Once you get to that section, if you're driving it the whole way. Yeah. If your missus asks you if you're on a new route, you tell her he earned it through bonus points. Tesco vouchers. Yeah, there you go. Dave knows. Pizza ordering time. Oh my word. Good evening, Mayhem. How you doing? Up to 90 for this stretch. It did say max speed 125, so I'm going to assume there's a 125 section coming up. This will be the last chance to do it. I can't remember, I only played it last night. It was quite late though. What pizza are you going for, Pete? Hi, good evening, Andy lad. How are you? Yeah, club card points. Club card points, nectar points, everything. Butty time. Is you have to watch Man United again or something? He's a plastic. He's a proper plastic. Steve, good evening. How you doing? Meat feast. I actually have had a Pizza Hut meat feast with no cheese on, because you know I don't like cheese. They do one, and instead of the cheese, they use barbecue sauce as like the sort of cheese element of it, so everything sticks to it. Quite nice. Seven Tunnel Junction ahead. It'll go dark for a while. Oh, deep crust. Do you eat that all to yourself as well? Do you get one of them massive ones? You just had a 3-hour nap. Here's 7 Tunnel Junction. Still 12 miles to Bristol. Welcome to old age. Usually go for a 9-inch. Do you have garlic bread with it and all that, and salad and whatever? Just have the straight pizza. What's up with that tunnel there? Oh, it's fixed itself now. Oh, see that? Just round the edge of the tunnel. It's not doing it now. Just like a distance thing. Stop upsetting Ratty, look. Deep crust isn't real pizza. It's all bread and no topping. Yeah, nothing to see here. It's pretty black. I wonder how far underground it goes. Look at that dip on that. How much driving do I do at night in TSC, TSW? Not a lot. I don't think. Not in TS Classic. TSW I do a bit because I tend to, with a lot of the routes, I follow the journey mode. So I just do whatever it sort of gives me. They're going up the other side now. we'll get some power in. Those lights are a bit funky, aren't they? Been train spotting at Dawlish. Nice. You're going to Naples to have real pizza. Oh, you get the Starlink. The Starlink is this weekend, is it? I'm sure Ratty's on Starlink. Did you mention that to me, Ratty? You're on Starlink, or have I made it up months and months ago? There was someone else on that. $450 feet below the riverbed. Oh my god! Imagine building that. That's scary. It's been here. It's been here a long time, hasn't it? As well. This will wake your eyes up now. There we go. Straight into a 90. Six to go. Your broadband, Ratty. It might not have been you. We were talking about what broadband Pete is going on. He's going on Starlink. Another one of our regulars is on that, I know, but I can't remember who it was. Thought it might have been you. Delivered today, you need a couple of hours to install. Oh, you just do it yourself, do you? With it being like a satellite sort of thing. You want to go Starlink, but not sure it'll work in an apartment. Light speed. It was you I was thinking about. It was you I was thinking about. I knew you had some kind of different type of broadband. I just got the name wrong. It's similar, is it? Lightspeed. Is that similar to... it's non-cable, is it? You glad you chose the Medway Valley instead of the Class 90? Hopefully all the promised fixes are coming for the 90. The 90's alright. Just needs a bit of remedial work. Yours is gigabit broadband, right? Okay, I'm not sure that I'm thinking of. You're on carrier pigeon. Right, we have a 60 coming up because we're approaching Bristol. Just reduce the power. I have got a key for it, Andy. Yeah, I have. I've not even looked at it yet. I didn't realise when the embargo is, to be fair. It's City Transport Simulator again, isn't it? But a new version, I think. Past 90 is okay, but even better when they sort the problems out. Yeah, it's just got a couple of little niggles. Right, just over half a mile to go. Oh, I might install it then in that case. I'll have a look at it. I'll have a look. I think they sent me the key last week. I've not even had a chance to look at it. Probably worth doing a first look at it. The first one wasn't so bad. But I must admit, I've not played it for a long time. I played it quite a lot when Dovetail were publishing it. And then after that, the updates weren't coming as fast as they were when Dovetail were publishing it, so I kind of lost track of it, really. Here we are, safe and sound, Bristol Parkway. There's our relief driver waiting for us. He's got a bad attitude, and look at him. He's got a proper bad attitude. Get a state of that. I'm not letting him on now. I wouldn't trust him with the train, honestly. I just wouldn't. Cocky so-and-so. Too much stuff coming out recently, don't Nike, but you have to be quite selective, I think. There is a lot of stuff. Well done. The next driver is here to take over to London Paddington. You can't do that. He's not on board yet. Scenario by Adam Haigh. Thank you for that, Adam. That's our first one done in Wales. That man looks angry. Yeah, he did a bit, didn't he? Right. So we're going to the King's Cross, King's Lynn. We're doing the 92, which is this one. So this is the story of this one. This is another one from Adam. So the Highland and Lowland Caledonian Sleeper services can get diverted along the ECML whenever the WCML is closed. This morning, you've joined the southbound Lowland Sleeper from Glasgow at Peterborough to drive to King's Cross from the 6th of May 2019. That's what we're doing. The driver misses his HSTs. Yeah, he looked like he was blaming me. He's not a Bristolian. Let's change the board behind me as well. We'll update it to King's Cross before we do anything else. Being as we're going to King's Cross, we'll just do that now. London, King's Cross, there we go. Right, that should now change. He says, there we go. King's Cross. That took a while. Usually quicker than that. We can catch a train to Beverley, wherever that is. I hope she's all right. Right, I'm missing 92 GBRF. I think that's a sound pack mod, is it, Adam? That one, 92 or 32. I think. I had a quick look for it and I couldn't find it. Right, now this one's going to be a bit noisier. So let me just turn this slightly down and we'll adjust it as we go. Whenever the West Coast Mainline is closed for engineering work, the Lowland Sleeper service is run via the ECML to from Scotland, calling at Newcastle and Doncaster. You've joined the southbound Lowland Sleeper at Peterborough to drive non-stop to London King's Cross. Depart when ready. All right. So let's get it ready. Put the key in. Go forwards. Instrument lights. What else have we got? They're all up here in this one, aren't they? Let's have a look. The lights are already on daytime, which is good. Instrument lights are on. I think we're all good. We do need the vigilance on. Let's have a quick look at the front. Yeah. We need them off. We need that. Can't remember what the key is for the... Oh, there it is. That's what we need. Daytime lights. That's it. Alright, good. Then what we need to do is we've got 105 out of here, so we can update this. Probably shouldn't go straight to 105, but... Oh, what's our limit, actually? It's 60. 80. You can't even do 105, can we? Right, that's that sorted out then. Right, I think we're good to go. So, let's do it. I just need to release the brakes. Alright, cool. That's that. Right, let's do it. Off to King's Cross. 76 miles of goodness. $92,014. Just had Waterloo on your departure board. Lots of trains to hundreds of stations, 50 metres apart. Welcome to posh England. Yeah, no one wants to walk anywhere. If there's a chance of a station being built, let's have it. Getting 92 to 105 would blow the power grid. Yeah, I forgot we had a limited... Well, we've got the sleeper, haven't we? So we're limited anyway to what speed we can do. We don't want to upset the passengers. I should probably open the manual in case we get any faults or anything, because I can't remember what the hell we do with the faults. Martin, thank you for the sub. Let's have a look. Armstrong powerhouse packs. Where's me 92? 92 manual. There we go. Oh, I didn't do the. Tell you what I didn't do. Unable to register. Okay, so that's that. Was there a NRN? Nope. Right, so I don't have to do that. Don't have to do GSMR, anything like that. That's cool. Let me just have another look at the manual. Motor factor increase. Let's do that. It's on 6 already, so that's good. Fault acknowledge push button is just F. That's what I was trying to think of. I think Plums told me last time when we got a fault. Right. I don't think the GSMR comes on in this one, Dave. Not clickable. Not clickable. Probably again because this is an enhancement pack rather than a standalone AP loco, I guess. Let's get it up to 80. Control and G. Right, let me just have a quick look. Yeah, nothing on this one. Yeah, I did try it. Nothing on this one. Adam will say, but does that have to be set in the scenario for that to actually work? I presume it has to be part of the scenario, so maybe it's not in. Good evening, Plums, by the way. I thought you might be lurking. What's Bongman said now? Good evening, Bongman. Has he upset Streamlabs? I need to try and sort that out. Yeah, sorry about that, Bongman. Whatever you said, will just be Streamlabs being its usual self, I'm sure. In fact, you know what? I'm going to turn off the vigilance because then we can have a look outside a little bit more. Yeah, I knew you wouldn't be bothered, Bong, but you know what Streamlabs is like? You've been around long enough now. You know what it's like. GSMR needs to be set in the editor. You made it originally using the 92 sound pack. Got you. Got you. Yeah, it's fine though. It's a good run down to London, this. Nobody's in bed. They've all got up, they're having their breakfast at, what is it, 6:05. I guess that 92 sound pack is well gone now, been replaced by this. I've not been around long enough to have the 92 sound pack. A very large weed ram. Yeah, it's 6 o'clock in the morning, yeah. That'll wake you up. Yeah, I'm same, Ratty. I'd like the same thing that's been done with the West Coast Mainline in TSW. I'd like to see next with the ECML. Somehow, some way. I don't mind the bit of ECML we've got in TSW, but it feels like it has a funny start and end point. Maybe should have started from one end. But I bet King's Cross and coming out of King's Cross would probably have took a lot of development. I think they struggled at first with West Coast Mainline South at the beginning, if you remember. Coming out of London Euston needed to be quite detailed as well, and that didn't work straight away out of the box. They had to do some tweaks to it. So I imagine it would be the same for King's Cross. Yeah, West Coast Mainline merge in TSC. Alan was saying in one of his streams that they are working on it still. It was a few weeks ago. So I don't know when, but that'd be great. Yeah, ECML to York would be good, wouldn't it? Yeah. Yeah. Line is better than the Sleeper. A bit quicker as well. Into a curve. It's quite like this 92, really. And we've played the 92 a couple of times. But again, I think I got this at Christmas, I think it was. In the Christmas sales at AP. So I've not had it that long, really. York Station is massive though, they don't like too much work. And there's a few landmarks around York Station as well, which they would have to include, wouldn't they, as well, which would take a bit of work. Although I would suggest that Just Trains probably would be good at making a detailed York Minster. After I saw St Walburg's in Preston, they made I still say they made a really good job of that. Whoever built that asset. Doing the timetable for potential ECML South would be fun. Lots of varied services, yeah, but quite busy as well, I imagine. See, that's the other thing. If you put King's Cross in it, it'd have to be quite lifelike from a traffic perspective, wouldn't it? Euston, when you look at Euston on the West Coast Mainline South, it doesn't really represent the amount of services that are going in and out in reality, does it? It's got a bit better from what it was at the beginning. It was completely dead at the beginning when it first came out. Whereas the bit of the ECML we've got is a little bit like this, isn't it? It's just countryside, you're just blasting along. Probably nothing too taxing on memory or anything like that. It's the stations that will be the texture killer again, I think. York is up north, let JT do it proper job. Yeah, could get them and Firefly now to do everything, I think. Yeah, the different eras is the problem, yeah, it is. It is. But I agree with you, Just Trains are very good at the 80s. I don't know if I'd like anyone else to do the 80s stuff now that I've seen what JT do. Annadale, how you doing? Fishy, I can see you. How you doing? Right, we've still got 59 to go. I think that other one that JT are doing as well, the Whitehaven route from Carlisle, is probably going to be a good route as well. I think Tom's doing a lot of that himself, but he's quite well up on that area in real life as well. Even though again it is an 80s, it's an 80s route. I don't think a lot's changed though. I'm hoping after that comes out there's some kind of, but it wouldn't be an extension, it'd have to be a new route. But the rest of the Cumbrian coast then will be quite good. But then again, they may have other plans. They may do modern stuff. I don't know. Do JT always do the older stuff? I think they're good at it. Is that Chippy still there? Hales on Burscough Street. Talk about food again. You got loads of ideas for the ECML-S scenario pack. Could recreate the 390 test runs out of King's Cross. Yeah, that'd be pretty good. Do you ever sleep, Adam? You just want to drive from London to Inverness in the modern era, 8 hours of bliss. See, yeah, some players will say they don't want to drive for 8 hours, but I'm kind of with you. You know, that's why I like doing the long runs in this, because I do like going on a longer run. I can't be doing with a lot of stopping and starting. It's just not my sort of thing. I much prefer a longer run. So I'd be fine with that. I just don't know in TSW if it's ever going to happen. Unless in future there's some magic way of it, well, A, placing the scenery to do such a long route, and B, making a route that long that would run on every platform if it's going to stay as every platform. If there's a new way of loading it in piece by piece without the stutters, then maybe long routes could be done, but then you'd get into the price situation, because they'd say, well, you know, a 60-mile route is this price, but if you want a several 100-mile route, the price is going to have to be a lot bigger, a lot greater. Don't know. Bongman says if we get ECML South route, it would go as far as Stevenage. That's where the line splits into two via Welling and Hertford. Or Hitchin, where the flyover is for the Cambridge service. The South would be nice to have. Nebworth is after Stevenage. You mentioned it last time, I missed it. Yeah, I want to know where Nebworth is, yeah. I want to know where it is. And in fact, I'm just going to F2 this. I did do that once in the last scenario. I forget all about it. There's a train from King's Cross bound for Cambridge. Oh yeah. Hitchin, Letchworth, Baldock, Ashwell and Morden, Royston, Meldreth. There's a lot of refs. Foxton and Cambridge. There you go. It's good fun having these, isn't it? I've still got the little one in front of me here. But this one I have this one permanently, I'll show you. I have this one permanently set to Preston. This one in front of me. So I can keep an eye on comings and goings locally. Generally the one behind me I have on random, but it's always good fun to have it set when we're doing a stream, to have it set to wherever we're going destination wise. We've got one to York as well. Between Perth and Inverness, trains could be cancelled. There you go. There must be something going on between Perth and Inverness. That's a long trek from King's Cross, isn't it, to have something go wrong. Right, 51 to go. The King's Cross got a bit of action here. He can eat our dust. Saying that, he'll probably catch us now and go a bit faster than us. No, he's got an 80 there. He's going to have to stay 80. The chippy had gone and you went to the hotel in Southport and drank whiskey all night. You're heartbroken just because of a chippy. Oh dear me. Now in the 92, do we still observe the neutral sections? Let's try without. I felt it pull then. And you can hear it coming back up again. Should we still be dropping speed in the 92? Or is the 92 one of those that can take it as such? Rest in peace, 365s, yeah. Manchester Victoria is actually a good station to have it on. There's all sorts going in and out of Victoria. I've already missed one. I've already missed one. Oh God. I still don't know where they are on here. I need to pay more attention to the signage. Yours is on Blakedown. I don't know where that is, actually. Yeah, random's interesting because you do... Well, certainly in my case, there's a lot of places that you never even heard of that come up, which is quite interesting. I've seen a few come up, and then I've got my rail atlas out to have a quick look where that actually is. It's very nerdy, but it's good. Yeah, cheers, Annadelle. Thanks for coming in. Take it easy. Oh, you've done a curated list, have you? And then put it on random for that list. .46 to go. It's near Kidderminster. Yeah, I've never heard of that either. Hey, Pete, you should have gone to the Chippy in Croston. There's a good one in Croston, right in the middle there. Being as you're in that neck of the woods. Tempsford, LC. We've already been there. See, now you're getting confused as well. Well, let's just have a quick look what this station is. Dandy. Quite a straightforward name for a station, that. Sandy. You're putting it into fully random. Yeah, leave it on fully random. It's interesting. It's interesting what you get. Julian Sands. Julian Sandy. Chris, good evening, how you doing? I think the last sleeper run that we did was down into Euston, wasn't it? The other scenario that we did a few weeks ago. There was a station that Dave suggested. I can't remember the name of it, but I tried it and there was literally no trains at it. Dave will remember what it is in a minute. It was a few weeks back he suggested it. Nice. You'll be at the Chippy tomorrow in Ilfracombe. Just in time for the Chippies. Did I just go over a neutral section then? I heard the engine, but I wasn't looking. Chippies that fried in dripping. It doesn't do any good, does it? But they smell good. Caledonian Sleeper takes 13 hours from Euston. Yeah, that's why they give you a bed, Wes. It's such a long time. $39 to go. Let's just do another quick save. How many scenarios is it for the HST farewell pack for the Riviera line? There's 6 in total, but I don't know how many of those are for the Riviera line. I would need to check it. I don't know off the top of my head. In that last video I did about that HST pack that I put out a couple of hours before this started, I mentioned about the price because a lot of people had said to me they thought they'd heard Alex say it was going to be about $4.99. I would have thought $4.99 was a bit too cheap. I have to be honest. So I thought the price might be a bit of an issue. But I was reading the comments just before we started, and most people have said that price is fine for that pack. So that's good. There's been a couple who've said nah, but mostly people have said it's a fair price for that. So that's quite good. Oh, $4.99 was for the GBR 802. My apologies. There you go. Right. That's good then. And I wonder what the price will be for that 802. Horrid thing. Paulsworth. Might have been Paulsworth, yeah. Might have been. Rings a bell. Used to get the Night Riviera, Plymouth to Paddington, 7 hours. That sounds like a good run. Yeah, so in that case then, that GBR 802, that's going to be interesting. Now, I do quite fancy that livery. I don't mind it. But again, it's going to have to be substantially less, isn't it, than the HST pack? And there's still going to have to be some scenarios for it. If it's just the reskin, then I don't know, I would suggest $4.99 is quite a lot just for a reskin. There'd have to be something extra with it, I think. Mildmere Richmond extension needs to have a release date. They'll stick it on the roadmap as soon as they've got it. I'm sure it's on its way. It's well on its way. What's this here now? DLF monitor. Right, okay, so let's push the button. There we go, we're good. Right, so we did get a fault. Speed's increasing again, so we're all good. Yeah, I've been having a little play with the Farewell HST pack, and it's quite nice. The liveries are quite nice. Like I said, we'll have a look at it properly on. Well, you'll see it tomorrow with DTG, but on Wednesday we'll try and have a proper look at it before it comes out as well. But there's some nice liveries. So, you know, I would say I'm a non-HST person because I don't really know a lot about them, as you know, but for you guys that do know HSTs and you know the liveries, then it's going to be a useful pack for a lot of you. Andy Lad, the only things you're interested in that are being released are the JT route and Tadami. I hope the JT one's pretty quick. Yeah, Farewell HST pack is $12.99. That's correct. Yeah, that's correct. You can't stand the 802 livery either, David drives, so you won't be paying for it. There was a run of that livery going round on Creators Club, and it started going missing from the Creators Club. I don't know if any of them have made their way back on there, so that might have been a sign that this was coming, you know. Pitching. Just checking. You love HSTs? Yeah, I quite do as well. I just haven't seen many of them in real life. I was on another stream earlier. I think it was Hentis stream. We were talking about the Farewell pack. And I think the only HST that I've seen moving is the blue Pullman. That's the only one I've seen actually moving past me. When it was at Preston Station, and I had a good look at it as well. It was just waiting there. I did a video on that, a short video on it. I was looking through the window at all the posh dining inside. I think it was on its way up to Carlisle to come back down the settled Carlisle, I think. Right, I've got a neutral section coming up, I think, so I might be a bit early, but I'm gonna... Oh, there it is. There we go. You saw an HST at Sowerby Bridge last year, July, in the Midland Pullman. Yeah, I've seen the Pullman. That's it. You're a member of the 125 Preservation Group. Nice. I didn't know that. Stevenage next, then Nebworth. Right, I've got you. Got you. The HST pack was going to be £6, but diesel's gone up. Yeah. Yeah, there was a spate of deliveries being there. I nearly grabbed one of them, and then I saw they sneakily disappeared. The last HST you were on was at the Severn Valley Railway cabbed one at Academy. Oh, nice. Nice. Yes, there's the... I saw the Pullman actually moving, and the other week, when I went past Coinforth, there was an HST there at Steamtown. Just sat there, wasn't moving. I don't know what it was there for. I think one of you said it might have been doing test runs somewhere. Right, so this is Stevenage then. And Nebworth is next. You spent a whole weekend in Hitchin. Yeah, I've never been to Hitchin. Bit of Stevenage. I've been to Hitchin. "25 miles. I do think my favourite is the Kenneth Grange one. I mean, that's the one, you know, I remember that from... oh, there's another one. I've missed it this time. I missed that one. Sorry, Dave. That coloured one, I remember from all the adverts when I was a kid. And like I said before, my first Hornby train set was that 125. The blue and yellow. So I have a soft spot for that, even though I've not seen it running. I saw it at the Railway Museum. Here we go. There we are. The first type of auction home that ever was. Nebworth. Trimley, no trains till Thursday. Oh, God. Yeah, you got a bit of a wait if you want to go anywhere if you're at Trimley. Right, 23 and a half. Till we get to King's Cross. Another excellent run. Nice cab light. I've got that 180 on here as well. You know, I've not driven it that much. I need to have a look if there's any scenarios for it. I'm almost sure that was one of the DLCs for Trains and Classic, where I mentioned that website earlier on where you could get keys a bit cheaper. I'm sure I got that for like 50p or something like that. And it was just the regular Steam key. It just worked. Need a good light for the Channel Tunnel. It was definitely a good light, that. Can't see it as... Oh, you can see it as much in daytime, look. The 180 needs an EP. Yeah, I can't... It's that long since I've driven it. I think I've only driven the scenarios that come with it. I don't recall... And that's years ago when I drove those, right at the beginning when I got it. But yeah, an EP would be nice for it. There'd be lots of scenarios then popping up. '66 over on the left. Yeah, 6th of May 2019 this is. Right, here's another neutral section coming up. I love the sound of that when the power kicks back in again. Sounds like a right beast. But it's saying we'll be due in at 7:02, so just over a quarter of an hour. That run you did to Felixstowe again, Dave, that you did in the 156, is that part of the ATS Great Eastern Mainline? Is that part of that extension? I think it is. I think I've run it once before, the opposite way from Felixstowe. I was going to check it and have a run on there at some point. Wonder if an update is due for that anytime. The ATS Great Eastern Mainline. That version seems to have been out for quite a while now, doesn't it? Yeah, I'll check it tomorrow. I'll have a look tomorrow. I think it was a 156 I drove the other direction. I think we did it on a live stream once. Quite a while back. $15 to go. They're working on version 2, which will include Norwich. That'd be good. So I'll definitely have to get the flirts, I think. Have I got bus bound yet? No, I haven't got bus bound. That's what comes of living out in the sticks. It really has been a breath of fresh air since my broadband got upgraded. Far too overdue it was. And they've been took over as well. It was Brisk, and it's now called U-Fibre. But none of the T's and C's have changed, or the speeds. They seem to do exactly the same thing. Time we're on 7 minutes past 9. Yeah, I don't know why Streamlabs kicked out all their messages in one go. It does have a mind of its own sometimes. Most of the time. A bit more of that cab light, I think. See, there you go, Ratty, so it does work. You've left that late. Streamlabs is just narky, and Bournes is not even in. Streamlabs and Bournes doesn't get on. They don't get on at all. But he's not here. Well, I don't, unless he's lurking somewhere. Right, we're not far off. No spads. We haven't got there yet. There's a chance yet. You would have done eventually outswided you. You were getting 70 megabytes per second occasionally, but then they extended the cul-de-sac when the local Bambley's got into takeaway sim, it dives or breaks. You're all on the same wire and they get ahead of you. That's what ours was kind of like, I think. Now, I would be surprised. There's that many providers down our street. I'd be surprised if there's anyone else on the same one as me, because they didn't advertise it. I only knew about it because the grid, where they all go down fiddling about, is actually on my driveway. And so the guy was there, he asked me to move my car. I went out, I said, what is it you're putting in? And he told me what it was. And I haven't seen one advertisement, which is a bit stupid of them. It's not like Virgin Media where they knock on your door until they get an answer. They come one night at 5, then they come the next night at 5 until you have to tell them where to shove it. Worst company ever, my personal opinion. So I might be getting the benefit of just me being on the link, I don't know. Not that it matters on fibre, completely different thing. There's time yet for him to... You just be quiet and eat your pizza. I bet it's gone. I bet it's long gone, hasn't it? Yeah, you're right, Ratty. This end of the route is pretty good. Quite a bit to see. Especially on one of Adam's scenarios. It comes up the hill from an exchange that runs through the old mine shafts. There's nothing like repurposing. Good usage of the old mine shafts then. Right, 6.8. And we'll be there. Just under 10 minutes time. Fiskerton. Yeah, I don't know where that is. At this point, this is where I would be getting the atlas out, the rail atlas, and just having a quick look. They're quite a good tool for learning, really. Oh, it got me again. And I saw that one coming up as well. Forgot how fast I was going. There you are, Pete. There's a train to Ormskirk. Just leaving now. Gets to Ormskirk at 21:41. So says my desktop destination board. Right, I've got 4 miles to go. We'll be slowing down quite soon. Coming up on the depots, yeah. There's a bit going on round here. Well, let's power off. Got 65 coming up. We'll put a bit of brake in. Lempster. Yeah. Cleethorpes. At Grimsby, I went to watch North End play at Grimsby. Now they do have a good chippy just near the ground. It's a long way to go for a bag of chips though. There's a nice bit of action just going on here as well. See, this is the thing what we're saying about TSW. If TSW did this end of the ECML, they'd have to cope with all the comings and goings and the level of detail, and it'd have to work on all the platforms. But somebody would mod it though anyway for PC, like On-Track Simulation have done with their timetable for the West Coast Mainline South. It's just a shame we can't get that kind of thing on consoles. Drop down the hill, then into the tunnels. Need to make sure I keep it slow. .15 coming up, of course, just before the platforms. We're now approaching King's Cross where this train terminates. Yeah, everyone can get off with the suitcases. Getting into London at 7 AM. Not bad. Right, that's the 15. That's our signal as well, isn't it, there? So we're alright. Love the sound of the brakes. Platform 0. Welcome to a packed out King's Cross. Steady as she goes. I know you're all waiting for a big mishap. The only mishap we've had is opening the doors at the wrong side at Swansea. So there you go. Operational error. The door's open. Let anyone get off that wants to get off. They're all still asleep, I think. Platform 9 and 3/4. 91,225 sets back in Yorkshire soon. Gonna get on one before they go. Fantastic train. The Caledonian Sleeper has reached King's Cross, just down the road from its usual destination. Another loco will arrive shortly from Fern Park. Take the empty stock to Wembley Depot. Scenario by Adam Haigh. Thank you for that, Adam. Another good one. Excellent run. Enjoyed it. Enjoyed both runs. Hope you guys have enjoyed it as well. That's it for tonight. Thanks for coming in. We'll be back hopefully on Wednesday with early access to the HST farewell pack in TSW, so keep an eye out for that. I'll schedule it as soon as I know when I can do it. I'll probably do something in the morning at 10 o'clock, like pre-recorded, if you want to have an early look at it then. So yeah, until then, have a good rest of your evening. Thanks for coming in. See you next time. Cheers, guys.